What up, family? Cost you nothing to hit that like button, fam. The home girl Rihanna. Now, when it comes to Rihanna's career, it's been extravagant. I gotta put a big word to it. And the success that she's had is way more than a lot of chicks that we've seen come through the industry. When it comes to Rihanna and the Chris Brown situation, it took her career to a whole new other level after that went down. Even though it was violent like it was, but it took her career to a whole new other level. People started to pay attention even more. They started to pay attention to her story and her music even more due to what she went through. Now, if you still wet behind the ears, it was brutal. You know, she had black eyes and everything. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to the new school, like Glorilla, if you've been following the channel, I just did a segment speaking about Glorilla. And I was saying when it comes to Glorilla, her success is reaching top, bottom, grandma, auntie, uncle, niggas, women, like all the way around. People are attracted to Glorilla personality. Now, before we get into details on this situation, not only Rihanna, but all the big wigs in the industry, as far as females, they love Glorilla. Rihanna rocked with Glorilla so much to where she just allowed Glorilla to come to a place of business, vending her brand, which is, you know, a lot of makeups and different things that surrounded around what she do. In the process of Glorilla being in there, you know, she FaceTiming Glorilla. They doing her makeup, her, all these different things. Rihanna was saying seriously that if they don't treat Glo right, she find everybody in the building, in the place. Now, this remind me, fam, and she was telling Glo, if they don't treat you right, if I fire everybody in the place. She liked the way Glo talk on the country Memphis way. This remind me of when I went to 90s, well, it was 101.1 then, radio station. Salute to my big dog, man. Rest easy. DJ No Name, who put me in the game. My big brother is forever loved, and I'm going to keep your name alive. But he allowed me to come to that radio station, and he put me in a position that was bigger than the people that had done been there. So a lot of times, it ain't about what you know, it's who you know. You feel what I'm saying? That's going to get you by in life. Because with Glorilla, with this situation, not only, like I'm saying, the world, fam, Glo is finna be a billionaire now. Glo is finna be up there with Rihanna if she play this game right. I saluted Gotti on the last segment when it came to Glo because I know the records that Gotti have put behind like that. Yeah, Glo, I know Gotti. It's a marketing record. He allowed Glo to be herself, which she should, and I know he told her this. Like, be yourself. People like your character. You come in the game, social media, F and F, like people just like the rawness, the Memphis of Glorilla. And if you can remember her first big stage performance at one of them awards, she was uncomfortable doing the dance, trying to be, sexy and all these different things. And after then, it's like she got that talk and then she came into herself. Even though she's still sexualized, that's the industry. That's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? But her character gonna take her a long way more than that. That's only gonna last so long. Rihanna know this. That's why she's successful like she is. Rap, I keep telling y'all, when it come to rap, it only gonna get you so far. So you got to have the business savvy. You got to have the personality, the likeness to get different things done outside of rap. That's what's been going on with Rihanna. Everybody like Rihanna. Her attitude, the way she moves. Salute to Rihanna. Salute to Glorilla. Because see, one thing that I know, you got your Fantasias in the game that speak for the culture like they do when it comes to women, Glow is going to be on that same tip. See, regardless of you getting a record deal or whatever the case might be, but if you came up under a certain umbrella in life with your parents, household, certain morals, them morals transition into what you're doing. And Glow got them. One thing about Glow, she even spoke on, she thought it was natural for everybody to be on the air mat. She was sleeping on the air mat so long. She thought everybody in the household had it. These is things that individuals share, especially being a woman, that most women wouldn't share. This is the originality of Glorilla with her stories. You can see it in her old lives. She still have this same personality and character that she do today. See, a lot of artists got to get in the game and get in the character. This is why I don't listen to a lot of rappers, because I'm knowing, like, homie, you really in character. You feel what I'm saying? What you talking about, what you doing, what you talking about, and what you rapping on these records is really not you. Your people around you know you really not him. But when it come to a Boosie or when it come to a Glorilla, the originality, this is why Boosie independent so long, still getting a big bag, because people like his personality, his originality. He ain't got to be in character as a rapper, even though you got to put a look of that flavor with your movement for sure. But when it comes to you just being original, a DMX was just original. So when it comes to Glorilla having this same reach, she got a big chance to really be powerful, a powerful sister. The grandmas listen to Glorilla. You feel me? I hear in the game. The young people listen to Glorilla. The middle-aged people listen to Glorilla. The females listen to Glorilla. The men listen to Glorilla. And at the end of the day, like I said, when it comes to this situation with Rihanna, I can't see nothing but great things happening with Glorilla in her career, fam. If she continue to do what she do, stay original, continue to learn the business, continue to get in other businesses. The thing about it is, a lot of artists that get in the game we have seen, they have this success, getting 100,000 a show, 80,000 a show, whatever the case might be, and they on this big run. And the records run out to where they ain't getting them hits like they was, and they have nothing else going on to fall back on. No other businesses, no real estate, no none of this. We seeing it happen with artists to where they got to go back to selling drugs. Straight up. So it can happen with anybody, regardless of how much money you get on a local level or what's the name. I mean, God just got his way of working with discipline through money. So hopefully it's great responsibilities come with being a successful person in life, especially in the hip hop game and in our culture. Look at Shannon Sharp. I don't, agree with the situation, the way it's coming about, the way he getting framed, but the responsibility of being finna sign $100 million contract and being a millionaire, you got to move in a certain way, in a certain light. It just is what it is, fam. But I will keep y'all updated on situations though. But make sure you hit that like button, family, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm out.